I'm Paige, 30 years old. I was assigned to this department a few months ago. When I came to this office, the department's performance wasn't doing well. In fact, it was the poorest. But my former supervisor taught me the efficiency around the office, which helped me to prepare my new team. We are making a rapid progress now. Among them are Jim, Matt, June, and Remy, eager to learn new things.
Paige, can I ask you something?
Sure.
It's about Excel. You taught me this before, but I might have learned it wrong. Can you check this for me? Oh, I have the same question.
Okay, let me see. Here, this goes to here, and click here. There.
Oh, I got it. Thank you. You're the best, Paige.
Paige, actually, I have a question for you too. It's about the app you told me before.
And after that, can you help me with the software you taught me yesterday?
This way, I taught the team some new skills they would benefit from on their daily task, which contributed to the performance reports. They were good workers to begin with. They just didn't know how to do it properly. But there was a bigger and more serious problem in this department.
Hi, sweet Kimmy. I can come by tonight. Have dinner with me beforehand. You like Dom Perignon, don't you?
There he goes again. He is talking to a girl in a cabaret club in the office. This is my new supervisor, Mr. Harris. He would make this kind of private call right in front of us and chat loudly with the girls. Other times, he was reading comic books and laughing loudly. When does he work? Only when some VIPs and executives show up, he pretends to be swamped.
Hello, sir. How are you today? Oh, our department's doing well? Thank you, sir. Yes. I've been burning the midnight oil lately.
He must emphasize that the department's performance is solely due to his hard work. But I had an impression that executives may be aware of Mr. Harris's phony appearance. I could tell this from their facial expressions when they talked to him. My team and I were frustrated by this, but we had work to do. We were putting ourselves to work to achieve our team goal and had no time to waste on him. But as we made progress in our performance, a problem arose. One day, as I was back from lunch and resumed work, Mr. Harris called out,
Everyone, come to my office now!
And continued,
Listen, people. Our department is doing better because of my hard work here.
Huh?
The increase in my next bonus is dependent on your performance. Therefore, you must work harder to beat the record. Got it? Keep working. Come in early and stay late if you have to.
What the heck is he talking about? I don't see a point in arguing with him, though. First of all, working hours are not necessarily a reflection of performance. I know he is our supervisor, but he doesn't have the right to control everything around here. Plus, recently, my brother, who shares an apartment with me, just started a startup, and I've been helping him with his work. That was another reason I wanted to leave the office at 5. So, I just ignored Mr. Harris's overtime suggestion. I kept my regular 9-to-5 schedule. Others would adjust their schedule as Mr. Harris suggested, so they could learn the unfamiliar software and apps thoroughly at their own pace. One day, when I was about to leave the office and say bye to everybody, Mr. Harris came up to me and said,
Paige, tell me what time you got in this morning and left the office last night.
Excuse me? I got in at 9 and left at 5 like normally.
Are you going to leave now, like normally?
Yes. I'm done for the day.
Huh? Why is it that you're working less than others? Everybody else here is working harder than you. It's unfair, isn't it, you clock watcher?
What? Right back at you. He said with a straight face that we had to work harder so that his bonus would increase. On his desk is a pile of the same old comic books. I also heard that he even asked his boss for an increase in his bonus when we reached the next performance goal, although he didn't get any promise. He has no concerns about anything else but himself. He's nuts. I almost felt sorry for him and I couldn't help myself from telling the truth. I'm sorry, but if I were a clock watcher, what are these on your desk? When I said this to him pointing at his desk.
What? Shut up! I have the right to take a break.
A break? As far as I see, you are either reading a comic or making private phone calls here. You might want to take a good look at yourself before telling me that. When I finished, I heard the laughter in the room.
How dare you! I'm your boss! How could you talk to me like that? You'll be sorry!
Oh, there you go. It's called workplace harassment. Even a boss could be in trouble later when he says anything he likes. I'm sure you've heard of that since you are in management. Oh, look at the time. It's late. Bye! Then I just left. Did I overdo it? Well, he needed to hear that long ago. It's true, though. Today, workplace harassment is no small matter. I know he's nuts, but he's been working much longer than I. I hope he heard what I meant, but that was what I thought. When I got in the office the following morning,
Good morning, Paige. Hi, Paige. Did you happen to move your desk somewhere else?
huh? What are you talking about? I just got in.
Your desk is gone.
Huh?
I think he moved your desk somewhere after yesterday happened.
Really? I don't think he would go that far. When I was half panicking, Mr. Harris came in clapping his hand in a good mood.
Oh, that heavy lifting is killing me. Good morning, Paige. By the way, you're fired.
Excuse me?
I moved your desk to the storage room. You're dragging our team's feet. Get out of here, useless!
It was beyond my imagination. I couldn't even get angry at him. Is he a normal adult? So childish. I didn't want to work near him. I didn't even want to be in the same room with him. Maybe it's time. I have been thinking about something lately. This gave me a perspective that it may be time for me to move on. So I simply said, all right, as you wish. The team disagreed with his decision and said, how could he fire her? Mr. Harris was ecstatic.
You didn't see it coming, did you?
But actually, it was him who didn't see it coming. Nothing made me feel better than the ending of this story, which happened a few months later. On my last day at work, he said,
Paige, you were such a pain in the neck. You didn't contribute to the team at all. I don't ever want to see your face again. Hey people, work harder! Work like a horse! My bonus raise depends on you!
I said casually to him, who was still laughing, goodbye, Mr. Harris. Nice knowing you. And I left the office. A few days later, I got a surprise call from him, but actually, I had a hunch about the nature of his calling me, so I picked up the phone. Hello?
Hey you! What's going on?
Huh?
The day you left the office, others gave me their resignations, one after another. They said they'd work for you. What do they mean they would work for you?
Well, I've been helping my brother's startup for some time, and he was asking me if I could do this full-time.
Your brother?
Uh-huh. It's just his company is new, and they're short on staff, so I've been thinking for a while about whether I should keep my job or take this position. And when you fired me, it made it easy for me to make my decision. It is way better than working there and breathing the same air as you.
You have no idea what you did to me! Now our team is with new hires and transfers from other departments! It doesn't function! The former team handed over their work before they left, but these people are new and no one can train them! They ask me about the tasks, but I have no idea! It's not my job to train them! It's chaos here! If my boss finds out about this, they can't guarantee my bonus raise! It's all your fault! You're responsible for this!
Am I responsible? You make me laugh, Mr. Harris. But it turned out well for me. They were concerned about me and called me after they quit. And I told them about my brother's startup and that we needed more people. They didn't think twice before coming to us. They said they were happy to work with me, and I was happy to hear that. This was a true bonus for me. They're such able workers, and they made my work a lot easier.
You witch! Stop bragging! Give me back my team!
Huh? I give you back your team? Well, then let's be clear about one thing. Do you want to go back to work for Mr. Harris? I was in the break room of my new office, talking with him on speakerphone with Jim, Matt, June, and Remy around me. So I asked them directly, and they all shouted to the speakerphone.
Not in a million years!
Did you hear the answer, Mr. Harris? You'd better learn how to appreciate the able workers. Goodbye.
Wait, don't hang up on me! Please! Can you please ask them to come back?
I hung up the phone right then and there. Before I forget, I blocked his number. Some months later, my brother asked me to sit with him for a hiring interview. So I headed to the meeting room and opened the door, where I found a man begging a hiring manager kneeling down.
Please hire me! Please! Please!
The voice sounded familiar. Oh no, it's him! Mr. Harris! Is this the same man I knew? He had lots of grays and looked ages older. He may have had a hard time these past few months.
I was a manager at my previous company, but the team split up, and the performance reversed as a result. So they decided to close the department, and my wife left me with my child. This position is my last resort. I applied to a few companies, but they didn't want anybody my age, and I didn't even get an interview. Please consider me. Your ad said that you hire on a purely meritocratic basis. I've worked at a managerial level. I'm sure I can be of great help to your company.
Great help! Your expertise in reading comics and chatting with girls. What else have you ever done? Please leave. This finally seemed to wake him up.
Oh, it's you! Is this your brother's company? Please, please hire me, please!
In desperation, he almost grabbed my leg. My brother and another hiring manager who saw what was going on and made an instant judgment that this was a nutcase grabbed him tight. They politely said get out and dragged the man outside. During this time, he was crying.
I'm sorry, Paige, please forgive me!
I just closed the door and closed that chapter. He kept looking for a position, but no one seemed to hire him. The real reason his wife and child left home was not because he was unemployed, but also because he had accumulated a lot of debt from frequent cabaret clubbing. Now he works at a construction site during the day and at a convenience store at night, but that doesn't help much. It may take a lifetime for him to pay off his debt. I heard all of this from Mr. Harris's boss, who happened to be his distant relative. I had a chance to meet him for business, and I casually told him what happened when I left the company. He said he had no idea and apologized to me. Also, he signed the contract with my brother's company. My brother's company is doing well, and he gave us a bonus, with which we went on a trip using a long weekend. Me, Jim, Matt, June, and Remy. Now I'm doing pretty well. We booked a getaway house in the countryside and strolled.
I haven't been here since my high school days. These pastries are yummy.
I'll take the classic chocolate.
I'll go with the original cinnamon. It's authentic. The getaway was such a breath of fresh air and a reward for the hard workers like us.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!